Hi everyone, Angela here. This is a plain seam. It's the join where two layers of fabric are sewn together. What you don't see on the wrong side is the seam allowance. It's the area between the stitch line and the edge of the fabric. The fabric is sewn with right sides together using the same amount of seam allowance on both sides. To keep from fraying, the edges are usually finished with serging or overlocking, pressed open like this, or the seams can be serged together and pressed to one side. With the flat felt seam, you have the join here with top stitching beside it. The raw edges are encased inside the folds, which protects them from fraying. This creates a clean, flat seam on the inside that's also very strong. You often find them on the inside leg of jeans and on the sides of shirts. For your project, decide on the width of your flat felt seam, which is your seam allowance. For this example, I'm using 3/8 of an inch or 1 centimeter. You can make it any width you'd like. The piece on the other side needs double the seam allowance. It's important to understand where it actually joins together for the seam line. When sewn together, the seam on the top piece will be folded in towards the wrong side, and then half of the seam on the other piece will be folded up towards the right side. When put together, you can see why one side of the fabric needs double the seam allowance to create a flat felt seam. I've never sewn on one, but on an industrial machine, it'll have a folding attachment, something like this, with multiple needles in front. One piece will go in and fold this way, and the other piece will fold that way. When stitched, it goes through all the layers, creating that really strong seam. To do this without any special presser feeder attachments, mark the seam allowance on one side. Overlap the other side along the chalk line so that you can just see it. Feel for the edge underneath and then stitch down the center of the seam just to hold the two pieces together. Fold right along the raw edge and press. Now fold right up along this raw edge and press. Keep everything nice and tight and even. I like to sew with the fold on the right. Stitch 1/16 of an inch from the fold. For the second stitch line, you want to make sure that you're going to catch the fold underneath. I just line up the side of my presser foot with the first stitch line. Now you could flip over and sew the second row of stitching from the wrong side, but I always find that the bobbin thread never looks as nice on top. Now let's sew some flat fell seams with presser feet for domestic machines. This one is for a high shank sewing machine. I use this one on my Juki TL2010Q machine. This one is the M6, which will produce a 6 millimeter wide seam. There's a little lip on the front to help with the folding of the fabric, and the groove on the back also measures 6 millimeters for the thickness of the seam. This one is the same size, but it's a snap-on presser foot that I use with my Brother NV50S sewing machine. This M4 is also a snap-on presser foot, but it makes a narrower 4 millimeter seam, which is great for lightweight and sheer fabrics. I'll leave links for these presser feet and the sewing machines down in the description. First, I'll use the M6 foot. With wrong sides together, align the pieces so that the bottom one sticks out 6 millimeters to the right. Fold the bottom seam tight against the top edge and just check the width of the seam with the opening of the foot. Open up the seam, lift the presser foot, slide the fabric in so that the edge of the top fabric is right against the inner edge of the right toe. Fold the seam over that front lip and it should be the same width as the opening. Carefully tuck the top edge underneath the foot just past that needle opening. The needle should be going in just to the right of the fabric edge. Stitch while folding carefully, making sure that the width stays the same. When you get close to the end, just use your stiletto to help keep that seam folded. Give the seam a press, and then right along this raw edge, fold up the fabric and press along the back. You can also press from the right side, just make sure you're folding along the raw edge and not along the stitch line. Lift the seam up again and insert it between the front opening. You can see after pressing, the seam is still 6 millimeters wide. Tuck the top edges underneath the foot again to stitch the other side. This first stitch line should run just along the inside of the right toe. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave a comment below. As always, I'd love to know where in the world you're watching from. Next, I'll use the M4 snap-on foot on my Brother machine. Because this is a zigzag machine, the default position for my needle is always on the left. I need to move it to the center position so that it'll sew the left edge of the seam. The needle should be just to the right of the inner edge of the opening. Again, with wrong sides together, fold the bottom edge over 4 millimeters. This time, start by placing all of the fabric underneath the foot. Sew a few stitches and then lift the fold over that front lip. Make sure the edge touches the inside of the opening so that the needle catches the fabric. With this fabric, I can just finger press along that raw edge. Again, start with all the fabric underneath the foot, sew a few stitches, and then lift the seam over the front lip. While you're sewing, you want to make sure that the needle is catching that folded edge. I find you need to be a little more careful with lightweight fabrics. For more methods on how to sew flat felt seams, watch my tutorials up next. I also show you how to sew them on curves. Thanks again for watching. Take care and happy sewing.